If you haven't started tinting metallics with liquid inks, you really should think about it. So I've got a set of 6 Liquitex inks here. They're all acrylic. I have yellow medium azo, carbon black, transparent raw umber, naphthol crimson, cyanine blue, and titanium white. And yes, you can mix inks with regular acrylics, but they work really well for tinting metallic paints, and the base metallic color you use will change the outcome depending on the ink. So to give a test for a dark, a medium, and a light metallic base, I have Iron Warriors, Leadbelcher, and Runefang Steel, though it's a little worn off. But going to utilize my practice bases here. They've all been painted with a base of Abaddon Black, and we are going to just go to our wet palette here and mix some ink and some paint and see what happens. Okay, we finished our testing here and some interesting results have emerged. Now, a few things to note: because we are starting with base metallic paints, all of these do have that metallic sparkle to them, because you make metallic paints by adding little bits of like aluminum or mica or something reflective. So they will all have those reflective properties. So, and I think all of these are useful for different things. So for the yellow medium azo, this is yellow with Iron Warriors, yellow with Leadbelcher, yellow with Runefang Steel, and these are the control: Iron Warriors, Leadbelcher, Runefang Steel, just on a black background, because when I paint metallics, usually it's over a black base layer, just because if you do it over a light base layer, they turn out really bright, and that's not really the thing I'm going for, you know, particularly in the grim darkness of a far future where there's only war. But the yellow with the Leadbelcher came out almost a little dirty looking, which I think could be useful for weathering effects. And the yellow with Leadbelcher is starting to look almost a little gold. And the yellow with the Runefang is definitely starting to look gold. So if you want kind of like a burnished or like tarnished gold look, combining the yellow medium azo ink with Leadbelcher, I think looks pretty cool. And then the carbon black holds some really cool possibilities, because if you're looking at the Citadel paint line, Iron Warriors is basically as dark as it goes. And if you want a darker metallic, well, there you go. Carbon black with Iron Warriors I think looks great, because if you look at a lot of like real world guns, they are a really dark metallic black, and I think that would be pretty much spot on or close to it. The carbon black with the Leadbelcher is a little bit lighter, obviously, but again, I think would be pretty representative of the kind of, you know, dark iron look, and it would look pretty cool, I think, on some Space Marines. And the carbon black with the Runefang is okay. I mean, you could use it to highlight the darker layers, but I don't know, at this point it's getting pretty close to Iron Warriors. So, you know, unless you're looking for Iron Warriors and don't have it, but you have Runefang and carbon black ink, I'd probably skip it. The transparent raw umber is weathering all the way. With the Leadbelcher, it's nice, dark, and it looks kind of grimy. You know, even without any other effects, without like an oil wash on it. So this has real possibility for weathering. I think this looks pretty cool. With the Leadbelcher, also has kind of a grimy, but it's, to my eye, it almost looks a little gold, like a little yellowish. So again, burnished metal will look fantastic. And same thing for the umber and the Runefang Steel. I think this actually looks really cool. and the Naphthol Crimson, just across the board, I think looks really cool. And if you're painting like really anything chaos or like world eaters, and you want to make them a little bit metallic, you know, make them stand out, make them unique, I think any of these would be fantastic, would be really cool. This for like a shade, this for a base layer, and then highlight, or you know, for different armor parts. I can actually see using all three of these on one model to represent different model parts. Since, you know, Chaos Marines have been around for 10,000 years, maybe their armor is a little patchworky. And then you could represent that with different shades of red. Anyway, I think that would be pretty cool. The Cyanine Blue has definite possibilities for like Grey Knights, for tinting, you know, Grey Knight armor that blue. With the Iron Warriors, that looks kind of close to Drakenhof Nightshade. So especially on a black background. So if you're looking to do those like deep blue shadows on, you know, Grey Knight metallic armor, there's your ticket. The Leadbelcher with the Cyanine Blue, I think would also be pretty good for that. With the Runefang, it's maybe getting a little bit light for that for my taste, maybe bringing things a little bit too bright. But this still looks really cool, and I could see putting some of this, you know, as highlights on metallic parts. And the titanium white was interesting. Basically what it did is it made metallic gray colors. I kind of expected it to do that, but I mean, really, you're looking at, you know, pretty standard Citadel colors here. I mean, this is a pretty close match for Mechanicus Standard Gray. That's like Dawnstone and, or maybe like Administratum Gray. And that's like Grey Seer, almost Yothwan Gray. So if you wanted a gray with a metallic tint to it, there you go. But really, there are a lot of possibilities here. I just have these 6 inks. I mean, there's a whole world of inks out there that can be combined with a bunch more metallics. Like if you have some of the Vallejo range, the metal color, these are really, really cool, and they've got some nice kind of in-between tones like burnt iron, copper, pale burnt metal, dark aluminum. So lots and lots of possibilities. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this helpful.